Lounge Talk. We got a special guest, a 6-foot guard from Ambler, PA.
He's
back in the stew. Back in the stew.
Back.
Can't forget our guy Mitch over there, a
Yes,
5-foot guard
crazy.
from Ben Salem, but a
5'5", I'll take that.
Yeah, 6-foot guard from Ambler, TommyOB, back
like
in
AI,
the studio.
they juice your stats a little bit.
Yeah, it's all
give
good.
you an extra inch or two.
Nah,
for
Mitch
sure.
is like 5'4".
Depending on this,
Damn,
on
that
what
was
shoes
crazy.
I have on.
Yo, you should go on Twitter. Someone tweeted yesterday. I can't imagine being 5'4" at a workplace, bro. You should start frying him.
What
up.
did he tweet? 5'4" at a workplace.
At a workplace.
I'm 6 foot on my hinge though. Check it out.
Yeah, I love that. But yeah, we're back. It's good to have Tommy back. We'll talk some gambling. We're gonna start with the Super Bowl though, even though we touched on it a little bit earlier in the week. Got a lot of views on a certain clip. Thoughts on the Super Bowl? I know. Let's start with Mitch because this guy's been thinking about it all week.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we touched on it, kind of played out exactly how we thought.
What'd you say last week?
I think we were all said it was going to be a close game, and if it comes down the end, obviously, if 15 has the ball in his hands, like there's really nothing you can do. If I'm looking at it from like a 49ers fan perspective, I think they had so many opportunities to win that game. Like I would be upset if I was them.
What do you think about settling for a field goal towards the end when you know Mahomes is getting the ball back?
I agree.
In overtime, the one in overtime. I mean, you got to. Like, I think you got to.
You have to, but it's at the point now where it's like he's Brady level of like it's a 100% certainty they're getting down the field and like probably scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the thing that got kind of
you gotta
pissed me off to kind of like your point, like what's up with these players like not knowing the rules, the playoff rules?
That was crazy.
That was weird.
Like, are they just
That's on the
saying
coaches.
that?
Well, that goes back-
I'm also just like fully taking that to the grave if I'm Kyle. You can't just be like, oh, sorry, didn't know they were getting the ball back. Like it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of got to know that.
But
Also, you'd think before going into OT that like.
Well, that goes back on coaching, and someone had a hot take about Kyle Shanahan a couple weeks ago, so I'm gonna let him talk about Shanahan because he was
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
he stinks. This guy.
it's the third time in the Super Bowl he had a 10+ point lead and lost. I mean, I don't know. There were stretches in that second half where I think there was 4 or 5 punts in a row, and I don't think McCaffrey got one carry during that time.
Yep.
Now he had I think 23 touches in the game.
He's amazing.
But at the end of the day, like you got to put the ball in your best player's hands.
Yeah, I don't hate him kicking a field goal because if you don't get the fourth down, you essentially lost.
Yeah, no,
You essentially lost.
You have to.
It's a gamble.
You have to, but
It's fair.
It was a great game. Thoughts on Mahomes going for a 3-peat next year for the first time ever? Think you can do it?
I mean, Andy's back and he's back. The rest don't matter.
So
that's exactly right. As long as it's Mahomes and Andy Reid, the sky is the limit.
Could it be Mahomes and not Andy Reid ever?
I don't know.
Because I don't know if you looked at some of the comments from the clip where we got a lot of hate. They're all like, it wasn't even Mahomes. It was Kelsey, Andy Reid. I'm like, dude, like if you don't have 15.
I mean, if anything has shown you that it's not all the I mean, obviously the coach is like an enormous aspect of the Bill Belichick,
Yeah.
but like Brady, like similar situation. Everybody was like, oh, like it was just Belichick's system, and then it was Brady, and then Brady goes to the Bucs and immediately wins a ring, and it's like special quarterbacks are special quarterbacks.
Yeah,
so,
and I think Pat's one of them. I think
Yeah.
if it's not the Eagles, give me Mahomes running it back for 3 and just pissing everybody off. What do they say? Big Red, T Swift, and the boys.
they're also becoming the Patriots of old in that like it doesn't matter how they look at any point in the year, they're going to be there. They're going to be there.
100%. And we
like remember everybody like 4 weeks in were like they're done. Like they have they got no skill players outside of Kelsey, which they didn't. They had like Darius Toney lost in 2 games.
Here's another one. People, how can you say the Chiefs don't have skill players? They went into the season with Toney as their number 1 receiver. Like, yeah, Pacheco's good. Kelsey was washed the whole year. The whole year.
You're saying how can you say that they do? You're saying
Yeah, like people were like.
The comments were
crazy. Like
Rasheed Rice is good. It's like imagine Rasheed Rice with fucking.
You got to remember though, like
any other quarterback.
Those are casuals, right? Like
mean,
they're going weak. No, they are.
we value.
They didn't even know who Rasheed Rice was 8 weeks ago.
At the,
Right?
at the
What college
Lounge
was she
Sports.
raised?
I don't even know.
SMU.
At the Lounge
You know what I
Sports,
mean?
we
Like, Rasheed
value
Rice
our
is-
fans' comments, Frank.
Yeah, no,
Mitch, I'm sorry.
I mean, listen,
They were-
you
no,
go
they're
on,
casuals.
it doesn't matter if it's ours, if it's anything. Like you go
Dude,
on the
I
internet,
get-
you're going to see people hating and
It's
just
the same.
saying nonsense.
I'm not trying to get
like,
too far away from the Super Bowl, but it's the same thing we've been saying about the Warriors for the last like couple weeks. Everyone's saying they're washed, and like when it comes down to it in a 7-game series, like and you have all of them healthy, and you have Steph and you have Draymond playing healthy, and like Draymond doesn't get enough respect for like what he does for that
a Hall
team.
of Famer,
I know.
by
I
the
just
way.
kind of got way away from
Well,
that.
we're gonna get to that. We'll touch on that soon, but I want to stay with the Super Bowl for just a couple more minutes and the comments so that
Everything's recency bias, bro.
I agree with that.
I mean, listen, I'm recency biased, but I think I try and look at Mahomes in the overall picture. Do you think, like, he's been to 4 Super Bowls in 6 years? He has 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 rings, 2 league MVPs. I mean, there's probably 2 other quarterbacks in NFL history that have those numbers.
No, he's already one. He's like 1B already. Like
1B.
100%.
And I don't think that's a crazy
He's 2.
take.
He's definitely 2 right
He's
now.
2, and he can.
And he's a good chance of being
no one's
one.
Brady yet, but I mean, I think you could already say that he's the most talented quarterback ever.
I 100% agree.
That's not a stretch. He's not the GOAT because what Brady did was just like
Yeah,
you
he's-
can't.
yeah.
And that head to head, which stinks.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's what I was trying to say in that clip, that Brady is the GOAT, and he took 10 years off from winning a Super Bowl. He didn't win for 10 years.
That's wild.
I don't see Mahomes doing that. I don't see Mahomes not winning for 10 years, at least one.
Crazy.
And obviously Brady got better as he got older, but you think like in your mid-30s for that guy, that's his prime.
They're just dudes that just find a way to win, and you
Dude,
know
they're
they're going to
awesome.
win. Like when they got that ball back, there was like not a doubt in my mind that they're going to go right down the
It's
field.
happened so
Right
many
down the
times.
field.
Right down the field. It wasn't even like it looked like the easiest drive.
That was the
Super Bowl
biggest
looked like the
drive.
easiest drive of all time.
And they've both beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, Brady and Mahomes, and I still love them. I love
Yeah.
both of them.
Respect.
Yeah, it's more just I respect them and like
Yeah.
I also love Andy Reid. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how people don't like Andy Reid.
It's crazy because Andy Reid went from not being able to win the big game to a 3-time
Doing it.
Super Bowl champion now.
Yeah.
Just like that in the span of the last 6 years.
Yeah.
He was a known, I wouldn't say loser, but like he blew it in the big moment. Clock management,
Sure.
everything. And now he's easily 2 all
So
time.
the runs he had in Philly and the runs he's doing in KC are just the complete opposite, right?
Yeah.
Like he got us there, couldn't get over the hump.
And that's what we talked about. I don't think Belichick could do what he did with Tom Brady elsewhere. Like,
Yeah, I mean it's tough to say.
yeah, it's all hypotheticals.
Right,
but
right.
Andy
But,
Reid has proven he
like,
can do it both.
Yeah, but anyone that doesn't think like Mahomes can surpass Brady, I think is just being naive. Brady's
Haters,
the GOAT
bro.
as of today,
100%.
obviously.
Yeah.
But as long as him and
So
Andy
many
get it
haters, bro.
together,
I kind of love the
He
haters.
just
awesome.
has so much football left too. Like
So much.
exactly.
By the end of his career, we won't even remember that. Like, we won't even think about Andy Reid and the Travis Kelce era with him because
That's
there's
gonna
going to
be
be
part-
some
yeah.
other,
There's be another
other
era.
stars and
Yeah.
coaches.
That's going to be part of it too. His willingness to keep playing.
Yeah, Andy
how many
Reid's-
years? How many years do you think Andy Reid?
He's 67 years
Coaches
old.
for-
I mean,
I think he hangs it up after 70.
5, yeah.
I mean, it sounded like there was. I don't think like
3
a
more
debate
years?
this year, but Travis Kelce was talking about after the Super Bowl how like if Andy Reid was gone, he's done.
Yeah,
only,
I think they
only
each.
coach he'd play for.
I think they each got 3 more years in them. I think Andy Reid's going to hang it up at 70, and Kelsey's there's always going to be question marks. Same with his brother. I don't think Jason Kelsey's retiring. He would have said it already.
Nah, I think he's done.
He
but who
told
knows?
Shaq that he's thinking about it.
Yeah, he
which
would have
is
said it
so-
already. Like you got to know in the next couple weeks for the new league
He
year.
should go play for the Chiefs.
That's what I like.
Honestly, he's probably gonna wait and see who's coming. Like,
Yeah.
who else is coming back on our team? And he's probably basing his decision on if he thinks that they can get back to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, they retire.
If he doesn't, it's going to be a
If he
nightmare.
Yeah,
in
like if
Philly.
he doesn't, if we have no shot to win here,
Yeah.
either he tries and makes his way to the Chiefs or hangs up.
Also, we lose him, and things look a lot like.
Yeah.
A lot different.
I said in the last one, I think the Eagles are hanging on by a thread.
I mean, you lose a Hall of Fame center. Like that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
You can't really just like replace that.
No, you can't. Really quick though, before we get off the Super Bowl, one last thing. I have to go back and look what Brady did, but this run that Mahomes just had, is that not one of the best runs?
For what he's working with, I
Beat
don't
the
disagree.
Dolphins, then went into Buffalo,
Yeah.
then went into M&T Bank
Yeah.
in Baltimore, then beat who everyone was calling the best team in the entire
Yep,
NFL for 49ers. Like, I mean, it's crazy what he does.
And the
man.
thing is, people in the comments again said Brady had to go through Peyton, Big Ben, I forget who else, and all these like Hall of Famers, but
yeah, the AFC was definitely stacked back then.
And all those guys have rings. They got rings.
they got rings.
None of the other guys have
Mahomes is keeping these guys ringless.
Yeah.
Ringless. Like, if the Ravens got there, I mean, I think the 49ers would beat the Ravens just off scheme.
I think the 49ers would have beat any other team,
Yeah, me too.
but that's just who knows. It's
Yeah,
football at
but-
the end of the day.
Great football season. This guy fucking went berserk
Berserk.
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 in the NFL season. The best NFL better I know, just blindly tail. I'm going to stop glazing him now.
Thank
and
you.
we're on to basketball season where we had some heartbreak last night. $50,000 in Tom's pocket, and Gary Trent misses 2 threes with a minute left.
I'm so angry.
You wake
I
up.
don't even know. Like I'm just.
I know.
It takes it takes a very brutal one for me to like take it into the next day and be upset about it. That one, the catch and shoot in the corner, just wide open. I knew the shot was for 50 grand. I'm like you just have to make that.
Yeah, I'd be
Have to make
bugging
that
out,
shot.
bro.
Dude, I know.
I would be
I didn't
bugging.
even. So
I needed 1-3 for 50 grand, I wouldn't be able to watch the game. There's
So
no
I didn't
shot.
have
And
it.
he, and
'cause
he
this
had 2 chances, and he missed it both.
man puts out a Valentine's Day nuke at 7:00 when most dudes are with their wives or their girlfriends or whatever. So I missed it, but my heart's pounding in the last minute for the Discord for Gary Trent to rip a 3 and cash everyone out plus 21,000 just about.
Wow.
And he misses 2, and it takes a lot for me and Tom to be hurt. And you wake up this morning, you just whoever talks to you just want to punch him in the face. Get out of my way. I don't give a fuck what your problems are. I missed $50,000 by 1-3.
Dude, they were both so open to, and he was 2 for 2 to start the. I think he was 2 for 2 in the first quarter, which made it even worse.
You know what I
That makes
missed?
it so much
Because he
worse,
went to
I'm not
fucking
gonna lie.
Duke.
Huh?
Because he went to Duke. This guy loves
I didn't
Duke.
know that. Gary Trent went to Duke?
Yeah.
All right.
Who do you get drafted by?
He's part of the brothers.
Part of the brother.
the
Frank's
brotherhood.
part of. Frank is
Who
part
did
of
he
the
get
brother.
drafted by?
Portland?
Portland.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm off
but
camera.
you know,
Shouldn't
and
do
we
that.
had, you know,
I knew that.
another thing, like that's just the NBA, man. You're so like not being able to pair the exact right thing when you have so many good looks. Getting to that point where Gary Trent needs 1-3 is so hard. It's almost like getting to the Super Bowl.
It's almost worse than the other legs were like unbelievably free.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't a sweat for a single other of the legs.
like
on
when
the
you
whole
have
thing.
those kind of nights and you get to that moment where wow, I just need one thing. It's not. I wouldn't say it's that it's rare. It's just you know how hard it is to get there.
I mean, just usually there's like if you're pairing up like 5 things from 5 different games, like the odds that none of those games are to the point where they're not competitive enough for a guy to get them is like pretty good. Like
Yeah.
something is going to go wrong
It
or
happened the night
like
before.
foul
Yeah.
trouble
Yeah.
or like
I mean, Derek White had 19 and a half, and you guys were worried he wasn't going to get one
I didn't think he
more.
was going to come back. I mean,
Yeah,
they already
got by
this-
50.
The Celtics already did it once this year where
Yeah.
they were up 50 at halftime and or 40
No, they were
at
down
halftime.
50.
They were up 50
No, they were
points
down
at
50 to
halftime?
the Bucks.
They're down.
No,
They're
last
up.
night,
They're up
last night.
38 last night or something at half. Yeah.
And like 55
That's
after
the
3.
NBA, man.
That's the
Who they
NBA.
play?
The Nets,
Ball-
and they played them 2 nights in a row, which is bizarre.
Yeah, it's tough. I had some heartbreak last night with Marvin Bagley. 11 points at half, and you can't put the ball in the hoop 2 times in an NBA game in the second half. Just is like, I went to bed so mad. And Steph Curry, they take an assist away from him, hit another parlay if he got to 6 assists. Just like all night throughout the Discord, just dick kicks for everyone. Jalen
One of
Johnson,
those.
Gary Trent, Marvin Bagley, Russell Westbrook, 6 for 14. I mean, he had 15.
My boy Rui saved the night, but
Yeah, really
Yeah.
saved the night for the
He
cord, but
spazzed.
he did spaz.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is I almost sent his to lead the game in points. It was plus 4,500, and I like had it in the slip, and I was like, I was like, I don't really want to lose
Would he fall
3
one
slips
short?
on. No, he had 33 or
He had
36,
36.
and 80 finished with 37.
37.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild.
wow.
That'd
I would have
sick.
been just
Icing-
triple sick. I would-
Icing on the cake
yeah, I would-
last night.
So we,
Damn.
we like how the Sixers look. With I mean, listen, it's hard to say without Embiid, but I actually am having a lot of fun. A lot of fun watching the Sixers just play no defense and run and gun.
This is where I'm at with the Sixers. Obviously, without Embiid, I can't really like say if I like it or not. But in every game we win from here to when Embiid get back, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Right? It's just steal wins.
Yeah.
I
that
just want to
6-0.
know until I know for a fact that he's coming back this year. I'm not going to be able to like care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
100%.
sense.
So as someone, I said this earlier, as someone who's been on the Tobias Harris bandwagon this year, I am a little disappointed how he hasn't been able to step up.
Yeah.
Because he usually steps up
Talked
without
about
Embiid.
this.
Yeah.
But once we know,
I mean,
Embiid's-
Maxey even more so. He struggled.
Yeah, Maxey struggled, but Buddy Hield's been a bucket.
Dude,
and
Buddy
he's been
Hield-
facilitator. Like
He's fearless, bro. Like he
he's
he
about to
has
get
that
a
mindset
bag.
where like I'm gonna go out and shoot 10. If I go 0 for 10, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm
But
pulling that.
but he
I'm pulling that.
but he
11
hasn't
for
had that mindset for like
Exactly.
they kind of phased him out.
Yeah, he was, like, done.
in
Dude,
Indiana.
He's
Yeah.
gonna get a bag.
Like he wasn't
For
even
sure.
like he wasn't even shooting anymore.
I want Kelly Oubre to have that mindset.
Yeah.
I can't believe that he, who was like the biggest chuck of all time, came here and just like said, "I don't shoot
Yeah.
anymore."
Yeah,
He's a
like-
slasher.
Buddy Hield's perfect for the Sixers because he's going to shoot 10 threes every game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to get paid because of this trade. If he stayed in Indiana as the guy off the bench, you know.
They were like they pretty much phased him out.
They played him like 12 minutes some
Yeah.
games. And we got in a huge argument with our boy that like, and listen, to be fair, he said Bogdan Bogdanovic and Buddy Hield are the same player, and they're not. But he was like, if Buddy Hield was on the Pistons, he'd be averaging the same numbers.
Right.
And I was like, dude, you're crazy. But the first week, I feel like he's
Yeah.
kind of right.
I kind of agree.
My point was that they're like stylistically different players.
Yeah,
like
sure.
they're not. Like he was just pulling the stats up and saying like
Yeah,
like
those
it's
were his arguments.
their
Like two
their box
different
like their
fucking
box scores look the
positions.
same. It's like kind of, but
Bogdan a little more catch and shoot. Buddy can get to the cup.
I think almost the other way around.
Really?
Like
Yeah, I think Buddy can't get to the cup.
Buddy's not beating you off the dribble.
Right.
I mean, he actually
finishing.
has been a little bit
For the
lately,
Sixers,
but,
I feel like
but
he's
like
been
that,
quick.
his whole career that hasn't been his
Shooter.
Right.
it's been he's in the corner
Yeah.
and
Even
other
off
people
the
are
dribble,
creating
he'll
shots
pull.
for him. Yeah.
I mean, he's looked good. I mean, they can't rebound. The end of that Cavs game was abysmal, really bad. But
Well, they won.
Why can't Paul Reed rebound anymore? Like he has games where he has a bunch, but like he should.
Stinks,
Like he's just not. I thought he was gonna have like a bit of a leap this year as far as like I don't know, maybe getting like a touch better offensively and still being a really good rebounder.
I was
and he's
never
not that
huge
good.
on him.
He's a
but
backup 4, and we're playing him at the 5 as a
Right.
starting center. He's a backup 4.
You know who he is? I was actually thinking about this last night because I
Reggie
saw
Evans?
him. No, Rashawn Holmes.
Yeah. What
That's-
college?
Sean Holmes-
What college?
Rashawn Holmes,
Yeah.
Fresno State.
No.
Fuck.
What conference?
I couldn't even tell you.
UNLV.
What do you mean you can't tell me the
I
conference?
mean, I want to say the MAC. It's the MAC.
Oh boy.
Oh.
It's tough.
Uh,
Dude, legend.
Kent State.
No.
Toledo.
Whatever.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green. Okay.
My third guess. No.
Yeah, I didn't know he's on the Wizards either. I mean, Rashawn Holmes was fun in the Sixers.
You know what I'm saying though? He does it's the same. Like he has no offense. Like he just jumps
Catch
and
lobs.
rebounds. Like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Reed doesn't even catch lobs anymore.
No, he doesn't.
He's just like kind of useless. But we
Dude,
got,
speaking of big guys that are like making immediate impact, Gafford on the Mavs.
yeah,
Like
Dude.
that's your guy.
That's my
That's
guy.
the Chords guy.
that's my guy lately.
Gafford is
He
your boy.
hustles.
Gafford's won me like 10 grand in the last 3 days.
Yeah,
So
Jake,
that's my guy going forward.
Remember when we went to the Sixers Wizards playoff game
I sure do.
and we were like, "Yo, why is Gafford killing us?
Yeah.
Like he's good.
And he barely played.
He barely played.
Who was their starting center then? Like Dwight Howard. I couldn't even tell
No,
you.
no, for Sixers or for
No,
the
for
Wizards?
like the Wizards. It was somebody ass. He
Martin
didn't play.
Gortat. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
some bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the Russell
Dude, he,
Westbrook.
Gortat.
he rips
Gortat.
boards too.
Dude, he
rips
was.
them.
He's good.
Wait, so the Mavs got him and PJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
PJ's been asked to start
knows?
pretty
He's
much.
been
But
asked.
Gafford would be a perfect backup center to Embiid.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's a starter.
He's a stud.
He's
Well,
a
I mean,
starter.
is he starting?
Yeah, but he's a starter on
No, he's a good
Sticking-
center.
both
No, he's-
teams.
He's
Sticking
a good
with-
No,
center.
he's a good center.
No, he's a good center.
Sticking with the Mavs, we got a certain MVP discussion to go
My
through.
boy,
real
my best
quick.
friend.
Tommy's new savings account is Luka.
My best friend. My 401k.
Why
Luka.
do you think Luka's gonna win the MVP?
I think like so Jokic is the favorite again, obviously, and like I get it, but I think there's gonna be some element of like voter fatigue as the season goes on. Lucas still doesn't have one, and he's been putting up numbers that are. If you look at Luca's seasons every year, like the numbers are absolutely ridiculous. He's a good chance of averaging like close to a 30-point triple double for the season, if not like 35-point triple double.
Yeah.
And like they're what six or so games back. If they make a leap up the standings, Nuggets fall even like a little bit. Like Jokic is playing. He's the best player in the world. I'm not saying he's not, but he's not having the same season he had last year. And if Luka's numbers stay at the point that they're at right now, and they can get up like I don't know to second or third in the West, and he's averaging like a 30-point triple double.
It's all
also
about the narrative, right?
not only the narrative. He doesn't have one.
Right.
If they get up there, and it's like you've already voted Jokic, what? How many times? What does he have?
2?
He's
Two of them.
Two
One's
now?
back.
MVPs.
And it's like
Or no.
No,
He
I
has
think he's
one.
one.
was it just
Just Embiid won last year.
You're right.
did he not win the year before he won though?
It went like Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid. I think they won all MVPs in a row. Or other way
I don't
around.
know why I thought he had 2.
He might. Jake, can you pull that up?
Fact check, producer. Fact check.
I think
got
he.
it.
I
We're
think
on
he
it.
might, you might only have 1. Either way, at plus 1,300, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like
Yeah.
he should be in like the 400 to 600. Not even. He should be like 400, 500 right now.
Well, I was going to say, because
Tommy's
his value
correct.
before the season was what? It had to be under 500.
He was probably the favorite.
He
Yeah,
won
it had
twice.
to
He's
be-
got 2.
He has 2. Okay, yeah, he does have 2. I thought he had 2.
Okay, so he went back to back.
Yeah.
Like he had.
Yeah,
to
so
be-
he's got his 2 already. Lucas like a guy I feel like they want to be face of the NBA type guy.
Yeah,
definitely.
And he doesn't have, and he hasn't gotten his team yet to that point. But you're 6 games back in the All-Star break, 4 back of 4th. If you can get up to second or third, how does he not win if he keeps
Yeah.
those
Bro,
numbers?
if he stays middle of the pack and averages 30 points and also averages a triple double, I don't see how he doesn't.
I
I mean,
think
they
he
gave it to
can't-
Russ when he averaged triple double.
Yeah. He's
He's
got
got
to
a
jump.
30-point triple double. I mean, I don't know.
They got to jump. In
How
the
are you not the
standings
most
a little.
valuable player? But I could
You know
be
what's
wrong.
crazy?
I need the odds to change sooner. I'm going to keep betting it every day for the next like 3 months.
What's
So,
the
like, they gotta
total?
do
What's the
something about
total
it.
on Luka MVP? If you don't mind saying, you could say you don't want to say, but
I'm not even lying. I don't know. I just keep betting it every day.
over under $5,000.
Under right now, but
Who
probably
knows
not
in
by a lot.
3 days? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows when Tommy hits for like 30 grand and he's like, all right, I'm gonna take 1% of this.
If I hit for 50 grand, if Trent made that 3 last night, there was 5 grand going on his trip on his.
See, Tommy's
MVP.
really good at making money gambling because he knows when to press. He always presses. Where
I do press.
win, I withdraw, and I want to just slowly build it back up. Where Tommy is pressing
Aggressive.
it and pressing it hard.
Gambling, I guess. It's
Yeah,
gambling
like
101.
that's how you win in blackjack. Which I again don't win in blackjack because I just want to just be there for a long time and make some money. Where he's gonna keep pressing, doesn't bet scared.
I mean, you keep seeing the clips. Like Dana talks about it all the time.
well, dude,
just
what
like you go if your limit, like if you go in, say your limit's $200,000, he'll go in and put $200,000 down. If he wins, he dips.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. So at the Super Bowl, I think Portnoy said basically how much you want to win with Dana.
Right.
So if you want to win 100,000, start with 50,000. You start with 30,000, and you throw 30,000 on it. If you lose, the next one you throw 60,000. Next, it's just pretty much if you
So
lose.
just martingales.
Yeah,
essentially.
pretty much. And then as soon as you're done, you're out. As soon as you get it, you're out.
It's wild.
It's crazy because if I went on FanDuel right now and tried that, I'd be fucking cooked.
Yeah.
It'd be done so quick. FanDuel
Yeah,
Casino.
games on FanDuel.
Dude,
It's funny because there's a difference between like you're saying pressing. There's a difference between like chasing your losses on a bad night and pressing when you're like when you're seeing it and you're up a bunch.
Yeah.
Like because the other way is the bad way. Like
otherwise,
when you force spots that aren't there because you're pissed that you lost something else and you chase, like that's when. And I think a lot of people do that. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of doing it myself on occasion. But that's when you lose.
I think in the gambling space, that's what has caused so many people to lose their house. They chased. They don't know how to control chase. They chase with more than they want, thinking they're going to win, and they wind up losing more than they could handle. Yeah. Where we chase, we know we just won a bunch, and we're going to press or we're going to like just give back a little and not like a crazy amount. Where some people don't know how to control that.
I mean, the same way you like go into, or at least like if I go to the casino, which I don't do that much anymore in general because I don't love the casino.
Yeah,
but like if I go there, I'm going in with a mindset like this is the amount I'm okay losing, and it's like if I win, amazing, I'm hoping to win, but this is the amount that in my head I'm okay losing, nothing more. That's kind of how you have to be when you leave too much money in your FanDuel balance. It's the same thing. Like it can very easily go away on some dumb shit because you start feeling like it's credit.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
That's the hardest.
My favorite thing, literally one of my favorite things in the world. I love my wife and my dog, so I'm not going to say my favorite thing is turning my FanDuel account in from like 1,000 to like 30,000, and now I'm like, all right,
and just keeping it in there.
And I'm not taking it out because I'm turning this 30 into 100.
You leave it in there. I don't. I'm good about that. I take it all out.
So I used to take it out, and then
that's so important.
I used to take it out.
Everything.
I take it out and reset.
I used to take it out.
I used to be just like Jared though. Like if I want a big bet, it's staying in there, and I'm trying to.
So here's why I don't take it out anymore because. Okay, I'll leave 10,000. I'll take 20. If I get to 30,000, I used to take out 20. And leave 10, and then over the course of a month, you lose 10. Now I'm just depositing 1,000 every day, but I really needed the money that
I
rather just have another 10,000.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point of it putting in my savings account or leaving it in FanDuel if I know I can control it? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Though we could all say that, and again.
I know I'm an idiot.
You know what I mean? You have like, God forbid,
he heard himself out loud.
I'm
He's
a
like,
fucking idiot.
I mean, God forbid you have a 3-day stretch where kind of like your bet last night. Like if I was on that and I needed a Gary Trent,
then all of a sudden you're on tilt with too much money in your account.
Dude,
So,
it's
your
easy.
3 balls cooked.
So like you should always, if you win big, you
Why?
should
Who's
always,
not playing
you should
well?
always deposit.
They just offered a cash out. It was $11 on my $100 bet.
Damn, so somebody's playing awful.
Yeah, somebody sucked.
What's up with golf? We got any,
some 3-ball action?
winner, 20 winner we want to throw
Tommy's
out?
got some stuff out there.
I got some questions for y'all though.
Yeah, hit 'em. Let's
Run
go.
it, run it.
I know a lot of people want to know, but how did it start? Like what got
We
you?
did this before, bro.
Did you get into that?
I mean, how it
bit.
started.
I think so.
We did that.
We did that.
What
I didn't know.
about
We did that. Me and Tom are coming up on our.
Oh, that's why it's cooked.
I think who's cooked.
Lucas Glover's 3 under through 6,
Gotcha.
which is a problem.
So Tommy and I are coming up on our 3-year anniversary together. I think.
Wow.
I think we just passed maybe. We took a gap year together.
We took a break.
We took a break.
Hey,
We
it's
went on a break
healthy
and then we got
sometimes. Sometimes
remarried.
you need it.
Yeah, sometimes you need it. But we're coming up on a year of getting back together.
It's nice. It's been a good
I think
year.
like March 3rd or March 4th.
I mean, I was saying
time last year.
I was saying to Jar last time, I felt like right around now is when you guys started to snap with the NBA. There was slate calls every day. So
It's usually this time, like after the All-Star break and like leading up to it usually, which should have been yesterday. I said to him on the phone yesterday.
I know.
I said, I feel so good. I'm going to hit a huge ticket today. And
knocking on
Gary
heaven's
Trent
door,
sold me.
right? I mean, Jar, you said the same thing. Larry, sorry, you said the same thing on Saturday. Smacked a 3-legger. You're sitting right here watching it.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I've lost 6 parlays by 1 this week, and I'm just fucking pissed off. I want to go crazy right now, and It sucks because I want to go crazy with parlays, but I know if I just throw $1,000 on every straight bet,
chasing.
we're gonna make. I'm gonna chase, but we're gonna win. I'm locked in.
Yeah.
I'm so locked in on college hoops. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
even text you the other night too because I saw yours late. Well,
Bro,
we talked.
you hit. Don't tell me you hit it.
No. We talked for a little bit. You told me Marquette. I threw that in.
Marquette. I told you.
But we talked about
Vanderbilt?
other games too. Yeah, well, I said Vanderbilt too, I think. But
I don't know how you do it. I just hate college basketball. Like
It's
okay,
a lot.
It's the best stress
I don't
in the world,
hate.
though.
I love it, but I hate it. Like I love watching it and I love the sweat, but like from a gambling perspective,
so hard.
it's so hard.
It's
So
terrible.
It is
It's
hard.
so
It's
like you never.
definitely
There's
I love
there's
it.
there's never a point in during a college basketball game when I have money on it that I feel safe until the
Yeah.
zeros are at the end. They could be up 28 on one of your bets, and I'm just like
matter.
I don't feel good about this.
We
Well,
were
this is
here.
kind of my point because I had Dayton in mind.
I hate it.
But I had Cincinnati, so I lost. 'Cause
I
we
hate
talked
it.
about Cincinnati.
And I like
too.
Cincinnati,
but
but
I
I-
had Dayton. But I'm looking at yours. I'm like, I can't even text him right now.
Yeah, I was so
go
fucking
your
mad.
team.
I'm gonna
'Cause
need you to be dialed for March Madness because I'm gonna be in Vegas, which is gonna
dude, the
get.
thing is,
Conference tourney
potentially
soon.
very
It's all very
conference tourney is
soon.
way better than March Madness. March Madness, bro. You know what's
It's-
gonna
I like
it's
the
tough.
conference tournament.
Like we could be as dialed as we want in March Madness. Like
It's
dumb shit.
I
always
need
It's
you
happen.
like the
I'm
Super
gonna-
Bowl
I'm gonna
every
be
night.
I'm gonna be in Vegas.
Don't
and
even
it's gonna
text
be.
me.
It's
Don't,
gonna
I
be
don't because
bad.
I don't want you mad at Vegas if I lose you money about your
Again,
money.
no. Back to my point. I'm gonna go in there with the amount I'm okay losing.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It's gonna be
As
many.
long as you do
it's-
that, you can't be.
It's gonna be many thousands.
College basketball is just so dumb. Like Diesel texted me the other night. He's like, dude, I had it was either Ohio State or Wisconsin, and I got backdoor with 1 second left because they just shot a three and it went in.
Dude,
like,
they don't
it's
care.
Diesel, I'm
They
done
don't-
with you and your freaking model.
No,
And at least in the
Love you,
NBA,
Diesel.
when it comes down to crunch time, and like one of the best players in the world is on the foul line, I'm 90% sure that both those are going in. College is like if I get one, sometimes I'm happy.
dude,
Like, I don't-
it's not sometimes. It's every time. It's
Nah,
one.
dude, I just closed my eye. I didn't watch. I just closed my eyes.
Yeah, like
Like
oh,
if I'm looking on FanDuel too, because it's so delayed because
Yeah.
the point will change.
I hate
before-
how you guys. I don't know how you guys do that.
I watch
hate,
every game on
I hate that
FanDuel.
both of you do that. I hate that so
I follow-
I
much.
only do it if the game's close at the end, and I need the game.
I mean, listen, like
We were doing that here. We
I'm
were
a-
only
streaming.
time.
I'm a
So I'll go
thi-
to Stream East. Pretty
I'm
much
a
on Stream East, you
30
can
Stream
watch
East, you're
games.
20 minutes behind.
Yeah.
That's
It's like not
okay.
even
I'm not
worth
looking at
watching.
FanDuel.
I'm a
if watching the game.
30-year-old married dude who can't watch the game every night, so I'm just like,
Dialed in. Yeah, we were watching here on Saturday, and I walk in. You're like, "Fuck, I need Bama like -7.5," and it's like tied. And I'm like, "Shit, like that's not great." And then I literally 30 seconds later, they're up by like 27. It made no
yeah, they
sense.
cooked.
Gilly took the opposite of us that night
Yeah,
too.
we told
Come
Gilly
on,
too.
Gil.
Told
You
him
gotta know better
Vanderbilt.
than that.
Vanderbilt.
But he was right about Iowa State.
I know he was right. Gilly's nice. Gilly's
Gilly's
good
a
at
man.
He
betting.
knows his stuff, especially basketball.
You know, he bets somewhat like someone who is smart, where it's like
He
just
picks his spots.
He's cool with like plus 300. Like he's cool with like plus 300.
Oh,
400.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we're
yeah.
like we want 1,000. Like he'll take a bunch of favorites and like know they're gonna win and just hammer them and make money on them, which is
We'll
smart.
take a bunch like -300s and throw them together
Yeah,
sometimes too. But,
like me and you, like I've got burned too many times in the -300, so like feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, I'll never take a -300 in college ball
It's tough.
Yeah,
ever.
No, I'll never take a -300 on anything.
Period.
yeah.
Right.
I've been throwing -300
But college
props in to
ball
juice a parlay, which
especially.
is fun.
Like football, I will though. Like if if it's like if it's the Chiefs at home,
Nope.
like
Won't do it.
Just take the spread, bro. Don't be a bitch.
yeah, I guess.
What else? I mean, it's been a minute since you've been here, Tom. Obviously,
It looks a lot different. It
looks a
doesn't
little
look different. since you've
different.
been
Like
here
the table.
recorded. You think about the first time we recorded with the two chairs there and it was
crazy.
this way. We're
this
looking at
looks
the
great.
clip with the Jalen Hurts jerseys on.
Yeah, we're
great.
pumped to sweat. You know, college ball, March Madness in here. It'll
Yeah,
be
I mean
fun.
Thursday through Saturday in March. Like I'm right here all day.
Yeah,
These
right
TVs
there.
don't.
I will be here for that. That
Yeah.
sounds so
That'll
fun.
be fun.
Yeah, I mean streaming's fun. We stream. We're gonna start streaming more. It's just
Yeah, we're getting there.
consistency is the
Bro,
hard
seeing
part.
that one viral clip, it's like it's
kind of
juice.
addicting.
It's fucking
Like,
addicting.
it's addicting seeing like if we get a clip out of this and like 200,000 people like are comment like are reviewing it and comment, it's like yo, let's do it again.
yeah. 100%.
I would
I don't think we've had too many controversial takes here so far, so we'll
Here's
see.
a good one.
But
Here's a good one. I have a good. We both talked about this regarding. I have a friend who's a LeBron sexual. He's one of them too.
Right here.
What's harder, getting to 4 of 6 Super Bowls or getting to 8 straight NBA Finals?
I'm out on this.
Super
I
Bowls,
think-
and it's not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
I think it's so just to get the one Super Bowl. Guys don't get their whole career.
right.
LeBron getting to 8 Finals is amazing, but he went
Dude,
through
I
a weak
didn't-
East. I'll give him that.
Oh my
weak
god,
East.
he walked through it.
Mahomes is walking through. Who you said? Josh Allen, Tua, Lamar.
The sports are just different in the way that like
That's what I was
LeBron being
Yeah.
the best player on the planet can make any team a
One-
finals
exactly.
contender immediately. Like you can't just put I mean, I guess you maybe could, but you can't put Mahomes on like the worst constructed team in the league and expect them to go to the finals. Like LeBron in his prime, you could have thrown him on pretty much any team in the East, and they would have been one of the favorites to get to the finals.
I think the Lakers are still like just like only plus 130 to win the West.
What?
Something crazy.
Sorry.
I saw it on. I saw it. I
thought they were like a crazy. It's like
I saw it on Twitter. I thought that this is, or someone texted in the group chat like it's kind
I
of.
thought that's like make playoffs or something.
Is it make playoffs?
They're definitely not plus 130 to win the West, but
Can they win the West?
No.
can they win the West?
Yeah.
Well, Frank will say yeah.
No shot.
No, I mean I don't. Again, would I bet them to win the West? No. Can they? I don't see why. I mean, you never know.
Is LeBron a Laker next year?
Could care less unless he's a Sixer.
I mean,
I don't know.
I honestly can't
Morey
believe-
checked in.
I can't believe he checked in.
Why not? Morey is just
You
fucking.
got nothing to
Morey's
trade
just
for LeBron
fucking
besides
around.
Embiid.
I mean,
Frank, are you trading Embiid?
no.
LeBron?
No, just
Crazy.
in general. At the end of this year,
Well, it depends on what you get. Do I think Embiid like? I don't think he's untradeable, but it's going to take obviously.
I don't think there's a package.
substantial
I don't think there's a fair
package
package in
to
the
get
NBA
him.
unless it's OKC.
Yeah, I mean you're going to need a bunch of picks. You're going to need some good players.
It's an SGA package, which is.
if it's an SGA package and picks, I would consider it.
Yeah.
They're not trading.
But they're not going to trade.
No.
They're
I'm
not
talking
going to
about
do SGA. And
no,
picks,
I'm not
though.
saying SGA. I'm saying
It'll be like
it's
Jalen
similar.
Williams and like.
I'm saying it's similar to the package they did with the Clippers.
Oh.
It's got to be like all that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it would take a lot for me to consider it, but I wouldn't say he's untradeable, especially with his injury history. But
Yeah, I mean, how many more good years do you think Embiid has?
I don't know, but it's starting to get me like I just want to see
2?
like.
Is that crazy to say?
Realistically,
No, it's not crazy to say at
It's
all.
not. It's not crazy,
Not crazy
to say.
at all.
I mean, like think about it. How old is he? Like 30 or close to it?
He's gotta be because I'm 29. He's
So
older than I am.
a 33-year-old with bad knees and injury prone, like it's over. It's
Yeah.
over for his value in a way. I don't think it's
the
over for, like-
Thunder make the most sense.
Dude, I
they
just
lack
wanna see,
size
like-
and have the assets.
We had the process, and like then when we got Embiid, and like now like we're
I'm
floating
not
around.
out. I'm not out on this year.
I'm not out on
I'm not
this
out
year at
either.
all.
But what I'm saying is though, like I just want to see like one good healthy season.
Yeah, I
You'll
mean,
never-
I
it'll
can't.
never
His season's
happen.
too long, and he's too.
Right.
his
It'll
usage-
never happen.
His usage rate's too high.
Yep.
He's too big, and the season's too long for him to like not have it. Like with how much he falls every like. As a Sixers fan, do you not gasp like 3 times a game?
It
Like,
could benefit him sitting till the end of the season. Like,
I said I made a joke the other day. I was like, this could end up being good. Like he was getting hurt at some point this year.
100%.
Always. Dude,
or
he-
just being gassed.
He just
in the
gets hit in the
playoffs.
face sometimes. He gets hurt. Like when he broke
Yeah.
his orbital bone.
I mean, he just has the ball 40% of the game.
I also
And,
think-
But even he doesn't. He just like flails around.
I think that they.
but
could,
he does that to not get like the whole
Right.
the
They-
falling has been to not get hurt. But
I think they could benefit from sort of like an underdog role. I feel like they go into the playoffs every year, and everyone just thinks that they are entitled to win these series. And if they're the 6th seed, everyone's going to count them out. So, maybe they could benefit from that.
Yeah, I just hope he comes back.
He will. I think
He'll
he
play
will.
He'll play this
But
year.
I just want him.
100%.
I want him to play
I don't know how good he'll be. Man.
on a high level. I don't.
that's the
want
problem is that he's gonna come back and not conditioned.
That's gonna
and
be the
then like
built-in
we're gonna go to the
excuse.
we're gonna. It's not even gonna be like he's just not gonna be in good shape.
It's not even like an
I
excuse
mean,
because it's
he's
just like
never good in the
He just isn't
playoffs.
gonna play
Well, no,
that.
that's what you're gonna hear though from like
Right.
just people in
if
the
Embiid
city.
plays the whole year every year, he will never be healthy by the time the playoffs.
It sucks
It's a
too because
different
he
That's
this-
an issue though.
It sucks
like,
too because he was having like just the most ridiculous season. Like
He's
up to this
amazing.
point.
And I don't want that. I don't want the excuse for that to be he's a fucking big dude. Like, no, you're an NBA player getting millions of dollars. Like, stay healthy for a whole year.
I mean, I think
Figure
he's
it the
doing.
fuck out.
He's trying his best to stay healthy.
I'm
If
done
you
with
look,
that excuse.
He doesn't dunk
It's not an
anymore.
excuse though. It's just
No,
like,
it is an excuse
how?
because if
He's-
you're telling me he's a big dude, he's a center, he can't play a lot of minutes.
I mean, it's a tough sport to play.
Okay,
every
he's the
night.
MVP of the league.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like purely like your body's not meant to be that size and jump around on those knees. Like it at some point you just get hurt. Like
Yeah.
I just wouldn't play Embiid until this time every year. Bring him back after the All-Star break every year. Bring him. Start his season starts middle of February. He'll
Yeah.
never be.
it's funny too because like if you assembled a team that could like get to it, you could like try to do that.
Yeah.
He
Like,
wouldn't be down. He wants that MVP.
He does
According to
want the
Howard
MVP.
Eskin, at least. Howard Eskin thinks that's all he cares about.
That's what.
I don't think
agree
he
with.
did care about it this year at all because
agree.
when he was sitting out games, I think he played because they were
bitching at him.
everybody was like saying he was like ducking and
Faking,
like
yeah.
faking an injury and
No,
like
he was hurt.
That
I
might,
said.
yeah, that might be.
I mean,
that might
nobody
be
plays
valid.
in
I
Denver.
honestly think he was playing just because he knew he was balling. Like,
Yeah.
no,
if I
but he was hurt.
like,
he
what
was
is-
he was clearly already
Yeah.
hurt. Like he was hurt.
People don't play in Denver. People don't play in Utah. Like, it's a thing.
Is it?
The
What,
altitude.
The altitude.
I didn't
He
know it was a
he
thing.
already is like not.
But I also think the
conditioned
way he was
amazingly.
playing kind of played a factor in his like head a little bit.
The
He rushed
ducking,
back.
the ducking thing was such bullshit. What the fuck does he have to prove to like
Anyone.
Like
Yeah, I
the
don't
Nuggets
believe
came to Philly. He had what 40,
were there, bro.
40
He fucking
what did he have?
dominated.
46, 47
Yeah.
in a
He
win.
cooked him.
It's not like he can't.
And
Like
if-
he can score 40 on any player in the league
Any night.
And again, Jokic, best player in the world. He can score 40 on him any given night.
Well, he
they have-
dominates him head to head.
They have a
Yeah.
lot of respect for
What
each
game
other
did
too.
he get hurt? Because it wasn't too far after
Golden
that
State.
game, right?
Golden State.
Yeah,
Was that
it was like the
couple
next
games
game.
after
Yeah.
the-
He
when
like
you
rushed
guys
back,
It was probably 5 to 7.
and he
maybe
wasn't
after.
playing well. You could tell he wasn't ready to play.
Dude,
Well,
that
no,
game
he
was
was hurt
horrible.
before Kuminga
That
flew
game
into his
sucked.
leg.
Yeah,
that's
and he
why
So
was
I'm
he's
saying,
out.
what game was that where he initially got
It
hurt?
could have just been
better?
wear and tear.
I don't know.
Or
It
bad.
could have
I think it was just wear
So
and tear.
I feel like I didn't really hear about it until that Kuminga incident, and then it was a big
Dude,
deal.
that whole game, he shouldn't even played that game. He looks so out of it, not into it. Like didn't want to be out there. And of course, I bet on him. So I'm
Right.
like watching Embiid every single possession, and I'm like, yo, this guy is not trying. Doesn't
Yeah.
want to be out there. Get off the court.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lesson for him to like. He can't.
I mean,
he's too
dude, I'm
big
done
to-
with lessons for Embiid. It's,
I mean, no, I agree.
No, I'm getting. I love Embiid to death, but I'm getting.
I'm
Sick
just
of,
done with it.
Yeah, just
Don't
I don't
trade
even
him.
care like what the excuse is. It could be an excuse or not. What the reasoning is, like, brother, just play and just. Play
I mean,
to the
I
best
think they
of
have
your
a shot
ability.
once they get in the
That's all I
playoffs.
care
The thing
about.
is, this offseason's so big, but there's nobody
nobody out there.
There's nobody out there.
That's why they
Paul
did
George
Buddy.
isn't coming here.
No, I don't
Paul
really
George isn't
want
coming.
him.
They're going to wind up re-signing Tobias.
Listen,
good segue.
I love
I have a
Embiid
question for you guys.
and the passing that he added to his game this year was like the next evolution in his game, and like he was playing
Yeah.
like the best player in the world, and it sucks that they made this rule that you have to play X amount of games because I truly don't think that he was playing in that game if it wasn't for that rule.
100%.
Yeah.
And now we got to see if he can come back on time.
Frank, you got some questions you said?
No. You just mentioned Paul George and the Clippers. Obviously, like if they don't, I'm not gonna say they need to win it, but if they don't even get to a finals, like that might like to give up a guy like SGA and the way he's taking his career, like they gotta make
Tiger
a
just
splash.
teed off.
Tiger sheet up. I think the Clippers are going to get there, but I'm praying on their downfall.
Yeah.
I don't want James Harden to win. Sorry to James Harden's
I don't
lovers.
think he's going to, honestly.
Who knows? I mean,
I just don't think he's the guy that gets over.
I hope he does.
Every year something happens with his teams.
There's
and
like rarely times I hate on players. I always kind of just like, all right, if this guy's going to win one, this is it. What happened with James Harden in Philly, I don't want James Harden winning.
it's kind of been being proved right by Morey though. Like I'm starting to lose. Actually, not starting to. I've lost faith that Daryl Morey has any idea what he's doing. At
I
this point.
agree. I
Thank you.
totally agree.
We had
I mean,
this
we did.
argument
And
within our group chat.
I've been a defender for like a while. I'm like, he must have a plan. Like there must be something that we're doing. And then like this trade deadline comes around, you watch the Knicks get piece after piece. You watch them go out and get OG, they get Bojan, and like all these other teams in the East are getting better. And it's like we stay the same. And you saw Embiid tweet like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, 100%.
everybody's getting better, good for competition.
Competition, yeah.
That was a shot. Like that was a why the fuck are we doing nothing?
100% a shot.
Yeah,
he has one. I'm giving him one.
I'm
more
good on
offseason.
Daryl Morey. I don't
more.
think he has an idea what he's doing. I will say one thing: he is very handcuffed with assets right now.
Don't care.
So this is it. In the offseason, he's not going to be handcuffed. He's going to have all the money. No one signed besides Embiid. Maxey gets an
But
extension.
no one's coming here. Like no one is coming
but
here.
no, there is no one.
No one's coming here.
But
No
there's-
one's coming to Philadelphia to play basketball. At the end of the day, no superstar that is available, which there aren't any.
There aren't,
I mean,
so we gotta trade for him.
Paul George, I mean, whatever you consider him, is going to be around, but
He's not coming
coming
here.
to Philadelphia.
not
Nobody's coming here. There's going to be the classic Philadelphia offseason where there's this rumor, that rumor, this guy. We're getting none of them, and we're going to come back next year with probably the same team.
We're gonna
Embiid's
re-sign
gonna get hurt-
Tobias.
Embiid's going to get hurt
No,
again.
or we'll get stuck in a situation where we pay a guy top money
Tobias.
like Tobias.
No, we're
right?
gonna
gonna
resign
pay somebody
Tobias.
to
Don't
pay
get the full
somebody.
value
We're gonna
out
resign
of it.
Tobias for like 20 million, not 36 or 40, whatever he makes, because there's no one else out there.
Tomato.
Like James Harden, not coming here, obviously. Siakam, he's not
He's
coming here.
resigning.
We know how this plays out.
Yeah.
They're going to lose in the second round. They're going to be all these offseason rumors about XYZ player that's going to come here.
Right.
None of them are going to come here. We'll get like probably a role player in the offseason. Come back with borderline the same team next year, and Embiid will get hurt halfway through the year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with that part.
What do you have that could possibly show you otherwise at this point?
I mean, Morey's
I think we can
polarizing.
get a
Some
Siakam.
people
I
really
think-
are like, he knows what he's doing, in which case I mean, if you're checking in with LeBron and KD, it's like, bro, you're just fishing for and trying to catch something.
What's he
I
check-
think we
What's
could
he
get-
checking for?
Yeah,
Well,
right.
you can't even get him. You have
What are we giving for LeBron?
Bro, if we clear up cap space, though, well, I think
No,
could
we have no cap space.
Well,
There is
going
no
in,
cap
you said
space.
going into the
It's
summer,
empty.
right?
It's empty. There's nobody besides Embiid on the books.
Correct. So, I mean,
I don't know what you do.
to your point, though, I kind of agree where like big superstars probably don't want to play in Philly, but I definitely think we can get a like Siakam level.
There- but
does
there's
If you have the
nothing.
money to give him, of course.
Does nothing.
Someone will take.
Here's a-
Siakam does nothing.
Does nothing.
You put Siakam on the Sixers, they're the best team in the NBA.
You're insane.
No.
Call me crazy.
I mean,
That's
Embiid-
crazy.
That's fine with me.
You think
You
so?
need a guard
Yeah,
to be your
100%.
number one
You
option
need-
in the
not
playoffs.
necessarily.
You need shooters. You need shooters.
I mean, you tweeted about it the other day,
You definitely
Tom.
need
Like
shooters. You have Buddy, though,
Jamal
for that.
Murray. Like,
Well, we're
there's
gonna-
guys who step up in the playoffs.
Even last night, and I said to him I said Sacramento's going to win this game before the All-Star break because they need one. They're in Denver to keep folding, and they don't have the Nuggets didn't have their guy down the stretch. Jamal Murray is one of those dudes that like you trust with the ball in his hands at the end of the game, and when he's
so
not on
good.
the court, like don't get me wrong, again, Jokic can do it all. He can make
Yeah.
plays for other guys, but Murray is their
Heartbeat.
closer
Yeah.
at the end of games. Like he's the guy that's gonna hit a bucket, hit a mid range, get to the line.
Dude, Murray's amazing. You know, you really saw that in the bubble. Murray
Yeah, he
was
went crazy.
Dude,
A lot
crazy
of
in the
people
bubble.
went crazy.
A lot
Well,
of
you know
people
why
did
they
go
went crazy in the bubble? Because it's just like going to LA Fitness.
Yeah.
It's just a gym.
Isn't
Yeah,
it
it
interesting
runs.
though how I know Jake, you were just saying, isn't it interesting how like there's like a rare breed of NBA player that doesn't care about the regular season and only cares about the playoffs, which I feel like is the opposite of the Donovan Mitchells and the guys who are just perennial 40-point
Yeah.
a night guys that aren't there in the moment.
Do you think
and then there's
Donovan
like Butler who just doesn't
Oh.
give a shit.
Do you think Donovan Mitchell could come here? 'Cause I saw that he's not going back to Cleveland. There was a report,
Dude, somehow he's gonna end up in New York probably.
Right.
right?
That was always
he's
the rumor.
He's probably gonna end up in New York.
Or the,
He does have a
what about the
connection to
Nets?
Philly.
Nobody's ever playing for the Nets
Yeah.
again.
But how the
The KD Harden, I literally think the KD Harden failed experiment there and Kyrie after the injury, I don't think anybody's gonna go to Brooklyn ever again.
It's not a fun place to live and play. Like, there's no way to get around, and I mean that's besides the point.
Bro,
They
I
could
would
fucking-
say-
I mean,
They
also,
could
why would you
fly
not want to
around.
play in the Garden is like
Yeah.
that spot.
The
And-
Mecca.
the Knicks can't afford
That's a
him.
lot of pressure, though. I feel like.
The Knicks won't be able to afford
Some
him.
people want that pressure.
No,
It
it
makes
takes a
diamonds.
certain
He's
type of
not
player.
playing.
Yeah,
He's not
100%.
playing with Brunson though.
Brunson could be a 2 for a
we-
championship team.
I don't know
Brunson's
about that.
amazing.
Can be a 2 on a championship.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they go
I,
start,
I
on-
like Jalen Brunson, but
He's
amazing.
amazing.
I like him more
hold
than
on,
Mitchell.
we definitely have guard issues, but dude, we need a stretch 4, dude.
You're not wrong.
We've always needed to stretch.
We've always
forward.
needed to stretch forward.
always.
Like you're telling me a team,
It's supposed to be-
you're telling me a team of Maxey, Buddy, Tobias, Siakam, and Embiid.
You can't
could
afford
not-
that team.
For,
Team's doing
again,
nothing.
I wasn't.
That
the
team
art-
doesn't
that's not-
exist.
Yeah.
The team doesn't exist.
I stretch
They
forward's
exist
good.
in other places. I mean, look
That's
at
not
Denver.
true.
They figured out a way to do it.
All those-
Look at Denver's roster and then go
Bro,
with that same roster.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
No, I agree, but they're
it doesn't work because we overpay. Tobias is not worth what we're.
well
paying.
next
yeah,
year
that-
we're gonna
well,
overpay
that's
Buddy
so,
Hield.
like-
We're gonna overpay Buddy Hield too now.
Oh my god!
But what I
Buddy
said
Hield's gotta
was
be
if you-
He's gonna get a
so
bag.
rich.
Forget the
Yeah.
price tag though. I'm saying if you put Siakam in our starting lineup, you don't think they're one of the top teams.
I don't
in
think
the
he's a
NBA?
good enough
Sure.
shooter.
I mean, he's just not gonna get the
that's
ball
crazy.
a lot. Like,
No, him and Embiid would be sick, but
Be sick.
I mean,
you
listen,
need like
at the end of the day, it's all hypothetical until it's
Yeah, of
not,
course.
and we live in. As Sixers fans, we've lived in the. I've had enough of the hypothetical
I
of
agree.
players coming here, and at this point, I don't assume that anybody's going to come
Yeah.
here.
Exactly. How
Until-
the team is constructed and looks going into next year will determine if I'm a fan or not. Like,
right.
That's how fed up.
I think the one big question is Embiid. Like
But-
maybe he's fed up and asked for a trade. In which case,
Oh, that
If
would.
he
That
asked
would.
for a
I
trade-
would. If he asked for a trade, I would go ballistic.
I'd be cool with it.
If we trade Embiid, we are
rebrand.
way.
No. Because if he asked for it, that means.
It's
Whatever.
over. That means it's over.
No. Not even that it's
Everything's
over. I don't care if we trade him. Like I said, if we get something that's worth trading,
We're
I'm
not getting
sure, but
anything.
you probably won't. But I'm saying if he asked for a trade, like we've been nothing but patient with him too. So like,
I mean,
if
the,
he asked for a
the,
trade,
the
that's a
problem
slap in
is
the face.
Daryl Morey already overvalues every player on the team. Like every time you hear about the trade market, it's like we're refusing to give up X, Y, Z if it's not for a ridiculous ask. What is his ask for Embiid then? It's going to be
Right.
Yeah.
it's going to be an impossible.
He's never
request.
gonna. He's never gonna.
Yeah.
Make the
Yeah.
move. Although the Harden thing, it was like kind of got peanuts.
I don't
for
get
him.
the
I love
packages in
Batum,
the
but
NBA.
like
We know we got literal peanuts
Yeah.
for Harden.
Yeah.
Robert Covington.
Let's step away from Sixers because
Robert Covington, what college? Yeah, it's a tough one.
Killing me conference.
Couldn't tell you.
Detroit Mercy.
You got to stop at you
Detroit?
No, but there's somebody else who I have on this list who went to Detroit Mercy.
Shout out them for winning their first.
Yeah, they won last night.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
-5.5.
Shout out them when they won in 28. Oh my god,
my
that's
God.
like impressive. Yo, you need to stop doing that though.
Covington, Tennessee State.
Fuck, that was easy. I knew that.
Alex Len.
Tennessee State.
I wanna
Alex
we
Len,
gotta-
Maryland.
There we go.
Alex Len's
All right.
Maryland.
We need
Alex
to
Len,
get
Maryland,
one.
easy.
I definitely think we got to cook up a parlay. Hopefully, it's not too early.
No,
Are there
we're not cooking
lines?
up parlay. Well,
No.
after this, we'll cook up after
Yeah,
this.
definitely need to cook something.
But All-Star break, weird NBA dunk competition.
I mean,
I don't
how
know
many
any of
dunks
the
can you do?
contestants.
They've done them all.
Yeah, it's like Jaylen Brown, Mac McClung.
I'm
Like,
taking Sabrina to beat Steph though.
That'll be cool.
yeah, I think I might too.
That's cool.
Just
What-
'cause, like-
she's obviously the dog.
She has no pressure.
plus
She's just
130.
gonna go in there and just shoot.
Okay.
She's plus 130. Like, you're telling me
Yeah.
versus Steph Curry, you're only plus 130. Like,
He
that's
might
telling-
let her win.
Yeah, he's probably gonna let her win.
No,
He ain't letting her win.
of course not.
I mean, just one last thing. Like trade deadline, it's only been about a week, but any winners, any losers? Like the Knicks.
Yeah, Knicks.
Everyone thought they were gonna. I mean, they've been losing a couple of games.
I think the
So
Mavs got a huge thing that they needed.
The Mavs,
Like,
low
Gafford is-
key, low key. The Hornets are 3-0.
Yeah.
Go Hornets.
Grant Williams,
Trey Man's nice.
Yeah.
Trey Man's so cool.
He is cool.
He's gonna get triple doubles.
I like
I
his
mean, the
game.
Pacers getting Siakam, I thought was huge.
Yeah.
They don't move. They still don't do it for me.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, I
gonna
don't know if
do
they're
it.
moving. I don't know if they're like moving the needle for me.
Suck,
in
they
terms of,
suck
like,
defensively, and in a series against a team with a good offense, like if they can't shoot the three at like a ridiculous clip, they're gonna lose.
They got hot at the right time for the in-season tournament, which
So you
was
think
like
what?
fun.
They're like obviously first, second.
And they
round.
shot the three at a ridiculous clip, and
Yeah.
like we're just running up and down the court making every shot. But
Like I don't think the Bucks are for real. I don't like. They are gonna figure it out. The
they're
Bucks.
not. But I don't think everybody's like all I see is that they're done and like they're cooked.
No.
Giannis in a series is too much for some teams by himself. Like
Yeah.
if he wants to get a 40-point game every night in the playoffs, he's going to.
The Bucks are gonna figure it out, and
I don't know if
ultimately-
they're going to figure it out.
No.
Their defense sucks.
They're gonna figure it out, and they're gonna get on a run. And everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, the Bucks are back," and they're gonna lose in the playoffs, and they're gonna look back and be like,
Yeah.
"It was a really tough year. We couldn't put it together all year.
Correct.
Next year, let's try and do it."
I don't think it's that they won't put it together. It's just they don't have a good enough. They don't have good enough. Like their defense sucks.
Yeah.
They're not just going to get good at defense.
Doc Rivers, another guy praying he doesn't win.
He won't win.
Celtics are just heading.
Him winning is a nightmare scenario, but he's doing exactly already what he would just do on the Sixers
Yeah.
of just horrible end game management. Like he's so bad.
He's so bad. Like, we could do better. I think the Celtics are obviously head and shoulders above everyone in the
They're
East.
really
They're
good.
filthy.
They're
But
really
I
good.
do think that
Missoula made mistakes in the playoffs too.
constructed
yeah,
team.
I think I think at some point in the Eastern Conference Finals, like Jaylen Brown's gonna Jaylen Brown. Tatum's gonna
Has
do
no left
Tatum.
hand.
But
No
like
left hand,
dude,
can't shoot.
Dude, Porzingis is really good.
I know, Porzingis
and he's
is good.
playing, and he's such a good fit there. Like
Isn't it crazy how he couldn't fit in Dallas with Luka, but he could fit in Boston with all these guys?
Imagine him.
it's
playing-
because
imagine him playing
It's
the four
because
for the Sixers.
it's
Yeah,
because
that's perfect.
He
It's
didn't,
stretch.
he didn't fit with Luca because Luca needs all Luca needs is
Space.
a giant center that can set great screens and catch lobs, and like that's not Porzingis' game. Porzingis is more of a stretch player, and like Luca doesn't need that. Like Luca has that aspect of the game covered. Now he gets Gafford, who's just going to set high pick and roll, goes to the rim,
But
rolls,
do you
catches
win?
lobs.
Do you win with Luka's style?
They got to the
remains
finals.
remains to be
Does
seen.
remain to be
Remains
seen.
Like
to
I
be
don't
seen.
know if you win with the style that Luka wants to play. Like you look at Brunson when he was there. Now Brunson's a star elsewhere.
Brunson needs the ball.
Yeah, Brunson needs the ball. But
Like,
like Kyrie,
I'm having
fuck
fun.
Kyrie.
Yeah, well, I was about to say that. I'm having fun watching him and Kyrie play.
Well,
It seems like Kyrie's been a
Also,
lot less selfish.
when Brunson was on the Mavs, he was a much worse playmaker. So it was kind of just like he had to score, and like there's only one basketball, so it's like
Yeah,
high
but
usage.
when Luka was out, it was awesome.
Yeah.
When Luka was out in the playoffs and his 4 threes was like plus 1,200 and it was just ripping every game.
I mean, it's going to be hard for them to win the way that Luka.
I agree. I agree. I think
a lot
Kyrie,
on his shoulders.
like when it comes to the playoffs and it's a half court set, like I almost would defer to Kyrie in a lot of things because he's an amazing
It's gonna be
half court
fun.
player.
It's gonna be fun to see what they do.
Luka makes so much. Luka's such a good passer. It's insane.
I know.
He makes so much happen with the basketball.
He puts too much
amazing.
pressure on the defense. Crazy.
I
Yeah.
miss watching Kyrie be like Kyrie though.
He'll have moments
He's
in the
been good
playoffs
for
where he'll
them.
be
Dude,
Kyrie.
you put Luke in a high pit, like it's like actually on guard.
I know.
Like you just
Dude,
gotta hope they, you
Kyrie's-
just gotta hope they miss the shot.
Kyrie's like Kyrie's like settled in on this team now,
Yeah.
and like in a playoff series, like he'll turn up some games.
He'll
Like,
definitely go
He's
win
Jamal
games.
Murray,
Like-
for sure.
sort of guy.
Vintage
Josh
Kyrie,
Green.
watching Kyrie is just so fun when he's on.
Yeah, dude,
when
he
he's
knows.
on, it's just beautiful.
Cavs,
that's what
Kyrie
I mean.
was
I know
my
I say this
favorite.
to you all the time, but I feel like you see like the Twitter sphere, and I feel like that's. I mean, I tweet this all the time that the regular season means nothing.
Right.
It means nothing.
Especially for these veteran guys that like know what a playoff is like.
And
It-
guards especially.
And people are like, oh, they're washed, like they suck right now. It's like when they want to, most of these older guys are probably like, I'm going to save my body as much as possible, not exert as much energy until the playoffs come around, and then that's where I'm going to like let it all go.
I mean,
That's what I
playoffs are-
mean by like, and we see it in the comments too. That's what I mean by just like it's everything in this world is just so recency bias.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
crazy.
cool. I'm cool with the recency
It's
bias.
such a long NBA season.
I
You
don't
can't
give a
count
fuck.
any of these teams out.
Yeah, we got 6 weeks to the playoffs. I think April 1st is when it starts.
And the Knicks have Julius Randle coming back. I know that's your guy, Tom. You
He's going to
think
just blow up the whole team.
Yeah, the Knicks go. The Knicks go.
I can't even lie. He's having a great year. I just know what that offense is going to look like
Yeah.
in playoffs with him, and it's he.
Thinks he's the guy.
They go as far as Julius Randle goes, which is crazy because
No,
Brunson's the best
I
player.
wouldn't say that.
Here's my thing. Okay, hypothetical Knicks playoff game. Randall's broke. He's having one of those games where he's like 2 for 20. Will Tibbs sub him out and put Bojan in the game, or is he just gonna die with Randall?
He'll
he'll,
die with
he'll
Randle.
put Taj Gibson in the game?
I think I'll die with Randall.
Like
Actually, no, he subbed him out last year.
he did.
He subbed him out last year. So yeah, if I think Tibbs knows deep down,
Tibbs don't play no games.
if Julius Randle is not on, he really does nothing on the court.
It's weird because he's like not a bad passer, but it's the style of which he passes from. The ball goes into the low post. He's going back to the basket, and that is the rest of the possession. And a shot's going up from that, or he's winding the whole clock down. And he's passing out of it, but like there is no flow to the offense when
he
he's on
touches
the
the ball.
court.
There's no flow.
Yeah, I love Brunson.
And
am
I get
such a big
yelled at
Brunson.
by Knicks fans. They're like he's playing amazing. His stats are amazing.
The
I'm like,
regular
I
season.
know, but
What's going to happen?
when it's a half court game, it looks bad when he's on the
Yeah.
court.
I mean, Embiid has a similar issue in the playoffs too when it slows down too much.
He did.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We're 6 weeks away. I still think the Sixers can give anyone a run for the money when they're healthy, but
Who's your pick to win the NBA Finals?
I know you put a couple coins on the Knicks.
I cashed out.
Okay.
My pick-
I like Celtics Nuggets.
It's either Celtics are the clear. They're probably going to come out the East. I mean, I'll take the Clippers.
Wow.
I'll take the Clippers.
Wow.
And I fucking hate. I hate the Clippers.
It looked like it hurt you to say.
I don't want them to win so bad, but
Dude said
They're
that
good.
with so much. He's like,
I'll give it to them. They're good.
They
They're
are
good.
The West is tough for me.
Kawhi,
I think the Celtics.
Kawhi
will
could
lose.
low key be the MVP, but he won't be because of everything. But the way he's playing, the last.
Another guy doesn't give a shit about what's going on right
Couldn't
now
care
in
less.
the slightest bit.
If you get vintage Kawhi in the playoffs, like
Dude, when Kawhi wants to get to his spot, foul line extended, and make a mid range, it's going in 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And he's going to do that in the playoffs.
I will take the Clippers, Celtics, and
Playing great.
that's the thing with the NBA. Like it's kind of predictable in a way, unless you have a team like the Heat
mean,
that comes out of
it's-
nowhere. But
It's less predictable than it was 10 years ago.
I
with
think the
LeBron
West
here.
is
I got.
so up in
I was
the
about
air.
to say I got a weird feeling this year, and the like some crazy shit's gonna happen.
I'd love
in
to see the
West in
T
playoffs.
Wolves. Like if I like who I want,
I like
obviously
the Wolves.
Sixers T Wolves.
I like the Wolves.
Why did the Kings not go get somebody at the deadline?
Right.
Like they could be so good. They're so close to being so good, but they're just
They're
not.
gonna
That's
they're
another
missing,
team that lost that trade.
They're missing
If they
something.
don't, if they don't do something.
I mean, dude, but you look at Fox. Fox could do what he did last night. He takes over games whenever he
Yeah.
wants, but some nights he just doesn't do it.
They're missing something. The Kings. I don't know how to. It's whether it's Keegan Murray, Kevin Herter, like that production.
Mm-hmm.
They're missing one thing, and it's messing their whole team up.
I agree.
I
They
think
need a
it's
3 or
I
something.
think it's another. I think it's kind of similar to what the Sixers are missing. Honestly, like they need a guy that can create their own shot outside of De'Aaron Fox. It doesn't need to be like play made for.
I mean,
Like
Monk could create
Sabonis doesn't
a
have
shot.
it.
Sixers
When
and-
it comes to half court game, Sabonis has a limited offensive game. He plays solid in the post, but like teams are gonna give him that like foul line extended jumper and make somebody else shoot, and like Keegan Murray doesn't create his own shot.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Kevin
both-
Herter doesn't create his
We're
own
done
shot.
betting with Keegan Murray, right?
Both teams have a bunch of whatever players.
I don't know. I'll probably
It
forget
is-
about
it
that
is
after
what
the
it
All Star
is.
break.
Yeah.
Just a
But-
bunch of whatever players.
6 weeks in the NBA playoffs, but we hit a lot today. It was good to have the boys in here buzzing. We got our boy Roger over here. Shout out Roger. Roger's been here
Roger
since 10
legend.
o'clock. Roger's been here
Legend.
since 10 o'clock, just chilling with me. I took him to get coffee.
Roger got a fresh fade going right now. I need to
Holy
get
bro.
one.
Roger's
Hey, Rod, you looking cute as shit over there, bro.
damn, what'd you do for Valentine's Day? You get any action?
Hey, yo. Nah, I ain't do much, bro. The fade a couple weeks. ago.
Shining over there though. Might be the
You
light.
get any
though.
action on Valentine's Day or no?
We ain't talk about that.
Damn, that's
Damn,
a
that's
no.
just
That's a
Tell him
no.
kiss, tell him the podcast.
That's a no.
Hey, Larry.
I'm excited to watch March
Personal
Madness games in
business.
here
I know. This
That'd be
is
fun.
and bet
Streams would be
all of
cool.
them.
I know. I'm literally gonna sit here all day, but
What do we do this week? I don't even know what what do we do.
I'm gonna
this
hammer
weekend?
tennis.
No,
Soccer.
UFC.
That sounds
UFC Saturday's gonna
terrible.
get.
Oh, I'm winning.
Shout out Craig and Rocket. If they're not good on
Shout out
Saturday,
Cage,
I'm gonna
son.
lose a lot of money.
Are you going this Saturday or is it next Wednesday?
No, that's March 9th.
Gotcha.
I'll be down there.
March 9th.
You'll be in
March
Miami?
I'm not going to, but I'll be.
But you'll be in
I'll
Miami?
be in West Palm.
Oh hell yeah!
You going
The
back?
7th to the 11th. Yeah.
You're tough. You got a girl out there you like?
Yes, sir.
Damn. You wish you happy Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Is she your Valentine?
My
Damn.
Valentine. I hope so. No.
Ooh, all right.
You know,
Well, that's a
from.
wrap for Lounge Talk. Good to have Tommy back. Me and Mitch Funk.
Good to have
Roger,
everybody
we're gonna
back.
keep
Good to be
fucking
back.
hammering.
Let's get another big clip. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, the clip is throwing.
Clip was
but-
great.
All right. Love you guys.
Love
See
you
ya.
guys. Make a lay.